Hi everyone, it's Ray with the education team from Swirlydoos Kit Club, and today I'm going to share with you a project I'm making with the Lady Belle kit. It's actually an off-the-page project. One of my New Year's resolutions is to use some of my stash, in particular all of the off-the-page projects that I have, because I have a whole box of them and I really need to start using them. So I knew as soon as I saw the Maja papers from the February 2014 kit that it would look really cool on this little mini. It's the mini wishing well from Kaisercraft. They have a larger one, and this one is just like a smaller scale, about 12 inches tall, around. So anyway, I already got started with it, and I put most of it together because I didn't do anything too spectacular yet, or at least I don't think so yet, and that is to just cover it up with the paper. So part of the design of this wishing well is that this part comes off. You're supposed to be able to stick little wishes in there, and then you can pull this off and pull them out. So I didn't glue that part. And on the top, I've just put one layer of paper on here, but I already did the other side, and so I've made a double layer, and then I've added some of the flowers from the add-on and also the main kit, and some chicken wire. And I distressed my paper so that you can see it's coming up a little bit. So I'm going to do that on the other side, and I'll show you how to do that, and then pretty much that will cover how to do all of this part of the wishing well on how to cover this. I feel like we do these videos a lot with the Kaisercraft off-the-page projects where we're showing you how to put paper on them and how to use the files and stuff. So I thought maybe I wouldn't start from the beginning this time, so that's why I already got started. So I already have this out, and there's little tabs that go here, but I didn't want to sand through those because I don't want to see that. I don't want to see the little things sticking out. I accidentally did that on this one. I wasn't thinking, and so you can see where the little pegs are. But I have strategically covered it up, so no problems there. But I didn't forget on this one. So what I did is I just traced, glued, and sand this purple piece of paper onto this portion, and then I traced this piece using the same exact piece of the MDF, and then I am going to rip some of it because I don't want all of it to be showing, because I want it layered like this. So what I'm going to do is glue part of it down, the part that I know I want to stay there, and I'm going to use zip dry. I think zip dry is the best glue for this. And even though this still needs to be sanded, it's a little bit larger, that's okay. Okay, so now I'm going to sand using a file to get my paper on there. Okay, so now I'm going to take some distress stain and frayed burlap and ink the edges. Alright, so I think that's pretty good, and now I want to use my chicken wire panel, and I want this to fit exactly on there how it does on this one. So I basically cut it, I snipped it with some wires as I was using this for a guide. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac to adhere this to the paper. I think I'll just pull that one up so it looks like that. So at this point, I won't need to have this unattached to the wishing well, so it's a good time to attach the top. And I haven't attached this one yet, but I will now. And I'm going to use some zip dry, and I'm just going to put it along the edges where it's going to touch the other pieces. Okay, so the top part is dry, and I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more things to the top part of this. The first thing is that I want to put some lace right here So I'm going to use my favorite lace. I got this from Hobby Lobby. I go and get a couple of yards every time I'm there. I love it. It's just so perfect and pretty. It just matches so many things. So I use it a lot. Okay, so now that my top is mostly done, the other side will look the same. I need to concentrate on the sides. And on this wishing well in particular, you can see, let's see, on the inside I've just painted it white, but there were some little hearts in here, and I really didn't want those to show, so I just didn't file those through. And instead I wanted to add a couple of things from my stash, because I just want to get rid of them. I have them, I might as well use them. I have these, I got these from a jewelry section at Michael's, I think. Anyway, I wanted to add those here. So I'm going to do that on both sides. And then these came in our kit last March, and I thought I would just add those. So we'll do that really quick. And I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for this. Okay, so that's on there. It's looking pretty cute. I think I will add something to the bottom. I'm going to do this on both of these sides. I have some old Prima vines. They are the pistachio blossom vines. And then add some more flowers. And these are all flowers from the kit. They're either from the add-on or the main kit. Oh, I like the way that that color looks on here. I'll add that. Definitely. And then we need some darker ones in here for sure. So something kind of like that. Oh, here's one. It's better. Just to layer it like that. And I can do that off camera because I want to show you something else, trying to keep the video short. And so I'll do that on both sides, and then add a couple of little flowers down here on the bottom, basically using up this whole thing right here so that I can make it have a fluid look. And the last thing I wanted to do was I just thought it would be really cute and add something else to this top part right here. I do have something else too, but this is the last part that requires anything. And so what I thought I would do is use my crocodile and have these dangling from a couple of these scallops here. So I'm going to take my crocodile and I am just going to use my smallest one. And I'm going to eyeball the middle. And I want to keep it pretty close to the edge of that scallop, but not so much where it's going to break. So here goes nothing. Alright. So I'll do that on the first, third, and fifth ones of those. And I wanted to use some jump rings to connect these. So here they are. And you can get jump rings at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, anywhere in the jewelry section. And I will have some danglies like that. I'm going to do that on these scallops right here and also on the back. And the last little thing that I wanted to do was add some little details to this box part right here. So that's all I'm going to do on the actual well itself. On this little piece right here, I wanted to layer some of this Maja paper because this is the last little piece I have of it. So I thought it would look kind of nice there. And all I'm going to do is ink it. I don't want to distress it because I don't want it coming up, and I'm not going to put any sort of sealant on this wishing well. Normally I do. It's nice to put Mod Podge on sometimes, but I'm not really going to do anything with this. It's going to cause any wear and tear. It's going to sit on the shelf. Okay, so I want to put this little fairy on here. I got her at Michael's, and they have a little fairy garden section going on, and I thought I would stick her right there. And I'm gonna glue her down, I think. Let's see, is that wise? Yeah, it can happen. Okay, so I will glue her down and finish up the rest of this, and you can see it when I'm finished. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're inspired to do more off-the-page projects. Definitely use up your stash and the things that you have with the fabulous Swirlydoos Kit. So be sure to go to swirlydoos.com. If you're not already a member, go ahead and join our community. We have fabulous fun, and we have lots of good ideas and over 200 tutorials. So thanks for watching.